What people need today is passive income. People need to be focused on not, before you get wealth, don't worry about wealth creation, worry about passive income, not earned income. Get your earned income. Second thing is you need passive income. Income that you get paid, I'm talking to your audience now, whether you work or don't work, whether you go to work, don't work, sick or not sick, whether there's a COVID or not a COVID, a war or not a war, you still get paid every month. That is the only true money on this planet.
All right, guys. Welcome to Crypto Pride. I have the DEX CEO, Jake, here. I'm not sure if AJ will make it. AJ's kind of sick. He sent me a message that he's kind of sick, so he don't know if he can make it or not, but we shall see. So welcome, Jake, to the channel.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having us. I like that little intro there, man. You got me excited.
Yeah, man. It's all about passive income. That's what we'll be talking about today. And so let's start off by just talking about the DEX, pretty much the CetoSwap DEX. Explain to a person that is unfamiliar with the DEX what it's all about. Can you just break it down to us real quick, to a newbie who just heard about CetoSwap?
Yeah, definitely, man. So Ceto is an exchange, a decentralized exchange on the Manta blockchain. Manta is actually kind of an interesting chain. It runs on the Celsius data availability. It's kind of a nerdy thing to talk about, but if you've seen the price chart for Celsius, TIA is the symbol. It's just been going crazy. The long and short of it is essentially the chain can operate at like 99% efficiency to pretty much any of the other L2s, right? So it runs on ETH, right? But comparatively, to like an L2 like Arbitrum or Optimism, those kinds of chains, Manta can run like 99% cheaper, right, than those chains can, which helps them put kind of some of that money back into marketing. But for the CetoSwap, for our exchange in particular, it's a good network. It's fast. Basically we provide liquidity for users to be able to trade, native kind of ecosystem tokens. We also have some blue chip pairs there at the moment. You guys should all be pretty familiar with the kind of DEX setup, but real easy to use. The Manta ecosystem in general is actually kind of it's a new chain, so we're still building out some of that infrastructure, but really trying to bring in a whole new aspect with some of these new products that we're bringing in.
Okay, let's talk about another one of my topics. Is since you talk about the DEX and everything, let's talk about the airdrops, because that's been a big topic lately. The airdrops. How do you get the airdrops? And then we're going to talk about the ERC 404.
Yeah, man. I almost forgot about the airdrops. We got so much going on. Airdrops are good, man. We've had a couple gone out so far. We actually have another one going out maybe today or tomorrow. We're basically incentivizing people to come on to Manta, the Manta blockchain, through our bridge. We also launched a native bridge, right? So on CetoSwap.com, you go to the bridge tab. We are currently bridging from BSC and Arbitrum. We'll be adding Pulse Chain very soon with SparkSwap, one of our other kind of sister exchanges. But basically you can use USDC or USDEX, our native stable coin, to bridge on over. We're giving back 2x whatever bridge fees you incur in the process. So that's an easy way you're literally making money by bridging over. It's an easy way to start. And then additionally, we are also adding bonus airdrops for liquidity providers. So basically, if you're in any one of the airdrop pools, any one of the liquidity pools, you'll be eligible for the airdrops. All of the native pools, right? Like, so our Ceto token, the Ceto 404 launching soon, as well as USDEX and strategic, those kinds of native tokens, will also receive double points for airdrops.
All right, I got a question. So will there be an airdrop before the Ceto 404 drop? What makes sense to incentivize early LPers? Now I know you have a number of epochs that you're going to do for the airdrop. Is there a certain number of epochs that you're going to have for the airdrops?
Yeah, it's not it's not on a specific schedule, but to answer the question, I think yes, we will get one out before the launch, probably later today. Actually, I just actually indexed all the LPers from the beginning. Yeah, like I said, it's not on a set schedule. We're trying to get one out each week, but we're also we're not a huge VC funded type of thing. We don't want any price impact on the charts. So we're basically sending out airdrops as we're buying back at the same time to mitigate that downward pressure, sell pressure. We did one so far, about $10,000 last week. With the equal buyback. And like I said, we're probably about ready to do another one today or tomorrow before the drop. Yeah. And also probably a couple more before we close it up. So you got plenty of time to get in.
And you have a total what? Like I think 1.2 million coins allocated for the airdrop.
We allocated initially 250K the Ceto tokens. We do have some backups if it's popular and the charts are moving in the right direction. We're open to extend it.
Another question is, and also, if I withdraw my tokens from the pool before the Ceto 404 drop, will I still be eligible, I guess, for the airdrops?
This question came up a couple of times. I'm not trying to give out real specific instructions because we don't want people gaming the system. I'll say this though: if you had an LP and you have an LP now and you've been LPing, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Obviously, if you're withdrawing from the LPs to buy 404s, that's definitely healthy for the ecosystem. You may want to consider adding an LP for the 404 coming up to receive further airdrops, but you should still be covered in this one.
Okay. Now another question is: are there any fees to deposit or withdraw in the farms?
No, there's not actually.
I noticed that. I was making sure.
Yeah, it's a popular tactic. Anyone who kind of knows my background and our kind of flagship protocol, DEX Finance, we really tried to make an ecosystem where you kind of more dangle the carrot than get out the stick. We don't really mess with lockups or taxes, fees, that kind of thing for the most part.
All right, let's get into the Ceto 404 NFT. I know you got 10,000 allocated. So tell the people what are the benefits from for getting the NFT.
Yeah, I mean, this is really exciting actually. It's not just an NFT, right? So it's designed off of the ERC 404 standard. This is kind of a new thing out over the past month or so. And basically what this does is allows for liquidity on NFTs. So you can have an NFT, right? And you can put it on a third-party market like OpenSea, right? And you can make that exchange that way. But one of the major downfalls of NFTs is there's no way to get out unless you have a peer-to-peer buyer on OpenSea.
Right. So
what the 404 standard does, kind of revolutionized was this liquid market, right? So every NFT has an equal a token associated with it, and this token can now be traded in a liquid market on an LP, right? So great concept, and we really liked where that was going. Although we did find some things that were left to be desired in the 404 contract originally. So we added a bunch of other stuff to it, encryption for the NFT rollings, and we added a reflection system now. So not only are you able to just hold this NFT, but you can also now earn reflections on it and things like that. So we really designed this whole kind of intricate system that also burns Ceto in the process, right? So the LPs at the exchange operate on an emissions token. Now the common problem with emissions tokens is if you're giving them out for free, they tend to wind up dumping. The price goes down. So with the Ceto 404 that we're launching, first of all, the 404s give you access to the protocol revenue, right? So out of 10,000 NFTs, there's 6 different categories, right? So each category will allow you to earn different parts of the protocol. So
quick question why you said that. I know a lot of people,
sure.
If you buy one NFT, right? I know you got the reflections, you got the swap fees, you got the bridge fees, you got the bot revenue, the vault fees, and the perpetual trading fees. So if you buy one NFT, you only can get, is it broken down between each of these different segments? For example,
Yeah,
you get one. Say if I buy one NFT, can that one NFT can give you all these revenue shares, or just one NFT will get you, like, say, vault fees, or one NFT will get you bridge fees?
Yeah. So the way that it's broken down, each one kind of represents an individual class, right? So let's say you have the lesser rarities, right? The ones that are there's more of them. The Krakens, they're all based off of sea creatures. Manta's obviously a sea theme. But let's say you have one Kraken, right? Essentially, that would give you access to one share of that revenue streams allocations, right? But they're cumulative. So if you had 2 Krakens or 3 Krakens, right, you get 2 or 3 shares, right? And then kind of going on the line, if you have one of each, you get a little portion of each one. And again, that's not to say you can have more than one, right? But actually, it's funny. Just before the call, I was on the phone with the dev team. We actually took it one step further. We're going to be introducing, based on the rarities. We spent so much time on these NFTs. I have a whole new respect for people doing NFTs now. We spent so much time with each of these 6 categories has like 4 subcategory rarities, and then even within those, there's different attributes and traits. So what we decided to do, we took the contracts another step further, so that certain rarities can now also get revenue from different streams, right? So you may have a Kraken, but let's say it's a gold Kraken. Now that may be able to earn you all the different revenue streams or additional portions of those revenue streams.
Oh, wow. And once again, to buy the NFT, which is going on sale tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time?
I think it's a little before then. Right now it's scheduled at 1 p.m. Central time right now.
Okay.
There's a countdown on the website. You guys can check it out at CetoSwap.com.
Right. So it's actually going to 20 hours from now, I guess it says.
Yeah, that's about right.
And to buy the NFT, you do need the Ceto token. Now, to get the Ceto token, you can buy it off the market or you can farm it, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're in the farms, everyone's earning the Ceto token. We've already seen the impact of the 404 without it even being launched. A lot of people are just hanging on to their Ceto to try to buy it. If you're new to the project, you can get in now. You still got a day or so to farm, or you can just buy your Ceto off the open market. Like I said, one of the interesting mechanics of the 404 is that you do need the Ceto token to buy Ceto 404, and in that process, you actually have to exchange your Ceto to burn it in order to get the 404s. But like I said, we've one of the newer features that we kind of implemented is the ability to earn inside of the LP, right? So you can actually. Oh, is that what this question is here?
It says, when will CetoSwap pools be available in DEX Finance?
Yeah, I think that's in reference to the vaults, which we'll maybe get to in a second. But I guess just to finish the point, if you're light on Ceto, you can get a partial NFT, fractional NFT, basically. So if you only have if you want to buy half a token, right? You could actually put that in a farm and continue to earn more of the 404s until you wind up getting enough to get a full one.
Okay. Let's see some questions. Trent says DexFi has a history of building new, improved systems and not forking, copy pasta. Does the 404s reduce the possible returns from LP farms?
The 404s reduce the possibility.
I don't see how
I don't. I'm not sure if this is in reference to the standard LPs or the 404 LPs, but no. In fact, there's 6 farms right now in the normal LPs. We definitely have a plan to continue to add more farms, whether it's the 404s or other blue chips. So no, we definitely have a plan for that. And emissions should remain pretty constant. If anything, it'll help by APRs. Because as you all know, APRs are highly based on the price of Ceto. So the 404 should drive price up and increase the APRs, the emissions.
All right. Does each type of NFT get the same reward? It sounds like no. Like we already discussed that one.
Yeah, like I said, they're all different, 6 different categories. In fact, you can actually collect them all, and there'll be a bonus one where you can earn the goddess Ceto. But no, they're all different. I'll be updating the docs today actually to kind of put in detail what each one represents. But you'll be able to see that in the metadata. In fact, what's funny is not funny, but one of the cool features of the 404s is you don't actually have to you have to do nothing. All you have to do is buy these tokens, get your NFTs. You don't have to stake them. You don't have to, you can LP them, but you don't have to. As long as you're holding them in your wallet, when you connect to the D app, you'll just be able to see exactly what you're holding. It'll be clearly, it'll show you the NFT that you're holding. It'll show you what you're earning on that, and you just go ahead and claim whenever you want.
Okay. And then we have Gannon, 4,250 NFTs allocated to the 404 taxes, 3,000 NFTs allocated to swap fees, 1,000 NFTs allocated for bridge fees, and 1,000 NFTs allocated to the bot fees, 500 NFTs allocated to the vault fees, and 200 NFTs allocated to the perk fees. Is that correct? Sounds about right?
Yeah. So that's from our docs. I think Gannon was probably responding to the previous question.
Okay.
But that's a good example though, because the idea is we want anybody who gets an NFT to participate and earn some revenue off it, right? So the bulk of them, a lot of them are in the reflections, right? The 404 taxes. But as you can see, as you get up the chain, right? The bots and the bridges, and then ultimately like the vaults, which are kind of our flagship, and the perpetual DEXs, right? There's only a few of those, right? So if you can get one of those, and again, I mean, you can buy these off of OpenSea or I'm sorry, not OpenSea on Manta, but off of a third party market like OpenSea, let's say, and they might be pricey, but when you're buying your first one, right? You just buy it through the LP, with you burn your Ceto and you get it. It's all completely random. Like I said, it's one of the features we upgraded, was like the encryption on re-rolling. So it'll be literally impossible for anyone to try to game that or have a better advantage, right? So everyone has an equal shot at getting the gold gold hydras to earn the perpetual DEXs, right? And if you get one of 250, it's not just rare in the NFT sense, but also the revenue is not split as many ways. So those can be pretty valuable.
So you might get one of those low numbers, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Will I be able to transfer my NFT over to another wallet without re-rolling it?
Well, we'll have some process of whitelisting. I would recommend not trying to move between wallets. There is a use case, like through the third party marketplaces, right? Like we want to be able to, like if you buy something specifically, we don't want to re-roll that. So there'll be a whitelist process. But like just wallet to wallet, there will be a tax on those, part of the reflection system, and that's actually done on purpose so that one of the downfalls of previous 404 campaigns was people would just like send them back and forth to re-roll them, but then you just kind of people that are gaming the system basically just clean out all the rare ones, which isn't really fair and doesn't really create much for the community as a whole. So I would just try to buy whichever one you can.
Yeah.
with what wallet you want to use long term.
Will it be possible to farm an LP with the new 404?
Yeah, 100%. We're gonna have a 404 ETH pair right out of the bat.
Okay.
Emissions will be super high because we want to really incentivize liquidity early. So definitely jump on board with that one. The caveat with that is that again, this is another pitfall with previous 404 projects. When every time you move it, you transfer a token or a token, basically the NFT gets burned, right, and it re-rolls into something else. So if you're in the LP, it doesn't really count for you. You kind of lose your NFT in the process, right? What we've done is devise a system where basically anything in the LP, right? It's kind of like Schrodinger's cat, right? So when it's in the LP, it could be a super rare gold edition. It could be one of the lower ones, right? But if you are in the LP, we're going to still give everyone credit for the lowest tier for the swap fees, right? So if you're in the LP, you're obviously earning normal standard emissions, but at the same time, you'll also be able to earn the 404 reflections, right? So, like I said, it's a great opportunity to not only LP and earn emissions, great APR, but you can also earn more 404s in the process by doing that.
All right, and then do we know the NFT mint price yet?
Yeah, so again, this isn't it's not quite standard. It's not like your standard NFT. Like there's no initial mint, right? Where there's a minting period or a minting price. Though it's basically imagine it like a fair launch token sale, right? So we haven't set the exact price yet. It'll probably launch around $200. But then from there, it's like I said, it's not like an initial mint. It's just a token launch. So obviously price will go up or down, based on market demand.
All right, let's get this last question. Then we talk about the votes. Will the reward token for the 404 ETH LP farm be Ceto or Ceto 404?
So trick question, Trent. It'll actually be both, right? Because the farm emissions it's like a standard farm, right? You'll earn normal Ceto from the farm emissions. But like I said, all tokens. So if you have if your LP holds 404 tokens, you'll be getting credit for 4 allocations of the Kraken NFTs. So you'll also be able to earn the reflections from those 404 sales.
And speaking of reflections, how much is the reflection tax? I guess that is stopping us from selling them just to mint until we get rare ones.
Yeah, exactly. This is also going to be maybe a game time decision. We're still working out the very last parts of the revenue sharing and stuff like that. We're running some final numbers on it. Probably in the middle, like around 10% maybe.
Okay.
Again, it's not. It's really to deter the re-rolling, and I think we're going to see a ton of volume on these because re-rolling to get some of the more valuable ones could be super lucrative. So we want to make sure that people that are willing to do that are kind of paying back the rest of the community for those purchases.
Now, as far as the NFT market, that's going to be up to I guess the owner. Where do you want to list the NFT? It's not a certain NFT market that you guys have, right?
We don't right now. We're actually working on a marketplace, a custom marketplace for EMP actually with our partners over at AJ and EMP for their new fusion project. So there may be some things we can do with the custom marketplace, but at the moment, honestly, our plates are kind of full. We just want to get it out. There's several marketplaces on Manta, and also too, it's good for exposure as well. To be honest, like I said, Manta blockchain is kind of just kind of picking up. So there is infrastructure for it. There are a couple marketplaces, but to be honest, I think with the collection that we have here, I think we could probably see a good amount of volume and exposure just from the marketplaces alone, just from the NFT collection in general.
All right, let's get to these vaults before we answer more questions. What do you want to bring up about the vaults that are about to come soon?
Yeah, of course. I think it also came up in one of the questions. Like I said, for those of you guys that haven't seen the vaults or aren't familiar with the kind of our flagship DEX Finance, feel free to go check those out. We have actually a really kind of unique vault system. You guys are probably familiar with kind of the standard auto compounding system where it just kind of takes 100% of the rewards and compounds it back in. We worked for the past couple of years. We're on the third iteration. The vaults allow you to actually put multiple LPs within the same vault. So instead of just having one,
it's sort of like SparkSwap, right? Vaults.
Yeah, those are ours. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're familiar with the Spark vaults, yeah, you can kind of mix and match pairs, and the end result is a more efficient, more profitable, end result. There's auto balancing happening in the middle. You can set standard take profit out from each harvest. There's a lot of really cool features, but of course we'll be bringing the vaults over, very shortly after the 404 launch. I'll keep you posted on the release of that. But honestly, like your intro said, man, that's the passive income play with the vaults is just make money while you sleep. It's really powerful tool.
Will you be able to set up like on SparkSwap? Will you be able to set up your own vaults and have like your own special vaults as well?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's kind of the whole idea. In fact, all of our vaults, we have like I don't know, maybe 400 vaults on the platform now. They're literally 100% created by the community. We like to encourage that. There's so many options and variants on these vaults, so many different settings that we don't really want to push people into what one thing or another. It just gives a lot of flexibility for the end user to do it that way. And also too, we're not even opposed to we'll have the other competitor exchanges, other LPs. Like I said, we just launched our third iteration with concentrated liquidity farms, as well as like an automated liquidity manager that like moves the range for you. We'll be offering not only Ceto farms but also different ecosystems in the same vaults.
Now, will these vaults have any withdrawal fees or deposit fees?
No. Okay, same principle. We don't do withdrawal or deposit fees.
Wow.
There is a small harvest fee that just comes out of basically the rewards. That's how we pay for the gas and keep the project keep developing. But it's minor. It's kind of a marginal cost. We're actually about 50% cheaper on those fees than our biggest competitors like Beefy. Definitely efficient and worth the extra harvest fees for sure.
All right, any guys got any more questions? Please put them in the comments below so we can get to them. Anything else you want us to go over real quick, Jake?
No, man. I think that's been a pretty good wrap up, man. Very excited for this 404 launch, man. It's gonna be exciting.
Let me get to this last question. It says, what if we get Golden Kraken? Should we also stake them for LP or to keep them on the side? I guess that's up to you, really, right?
Yeah, if it was me, if I get it, you get any of the golden ones. There's only about 10 of those in the whole stack. So,
oh wow,
yeah. So I would hold on to those for sure. Like I said, we'll have a process of whitelisting and kind of locking those in, to make sure you don't lose that in the process. I would hang on to the gold ones. Any of the top tier ones, definitely hang on to those. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of the lower tier ones, and you get some Krakens, throw them back in the LP. Absolutely.
All right, got two more questions. What is the biggest draw for traffic over to the Manta blockchain? We'll say CetoSwap, right?
Yeah, you answered your own question there. I mean, of course, we have personally, we have really great APRs, and we're bringing our whole kind of ecosystem there with a lot of interesting technology, coming with that. But in general, like I said, the Manta Chain specifically is super efficient. It's cost effective, right? Like it trades an L2 and ETH, Ethereum L2, but like transactions are like under 5 cents maybe. Like I said, because of the efficiency from the Celsius data availability, the foundation itself is really trying to get people over. They spend a lot of money on airdrops and marketing, things like that, right? So, we're actually working with them as well. So there could be some additional bonuses coming out in the future.
Okay. Will the Ceto pool be a pair of my Ceto 404 and some volume of ETH? I think that you already said you're gonna have a Ceto 404 and ETH pair, right?
Yep, that's exactly what it is. Yep. Your Ceto and ETH is the pair. Yep.
About chains, but you're answering it. Okay. Transactions are super fast, says LA.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Very, very quick. Like I said, the network as a whole, it's been remarkably, like I said, efficient, fast. I really like it actually.
Lucas says, will there be some tutorial where to click exactly how to do that mint action so we don't make a mistake? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we're just kind of getting everything, developed and put out. The first draft of the docs was out last week. I'll make an update. I'll update those, before the launch with some further details. LA the last comment you just brought up is part of the team. She's with EMP and Spark, and
Right.
they do a really great job of the education and all that kind of stuff too. So yeah, we'll for sure have more educational clips, and maybe we'll do probably the day of we'll actually do another AMA probably on our chain that will kind of go through each step by step.
All right. Well, I guess we can. That sums up all the questions. So I guess we can wrap it up. Appreciate you, Jake, for taking time out your day for the AMA. AJ, if you're out there, I hope you get well, buddy.
He'll be back. He'll be back on the horse soon.
So we got about 20 hours, guys, for the launch of the Ceto 404 NFT. So make sure you get your Ceto ready. Like I said, you can buy it off the market, or you can farm it. Totally up to you guys. That's it, guys.
Thanks for having me, man.
No problem.
Take care.